Northeast Florida, there's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Pollard to return from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. I'm scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Now Rodgers. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Yards from the end zone, first and goal. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers again now. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. McManus's point after is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
They go play action with Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nick Bosa, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On play action. Now Rodgers. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Jaguars at 6-2 to start play. And they come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better, one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. To throw is Rodgers. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Completes a pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. And they will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jerry Judy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room to work. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 26. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
8 yards pickup. First down, Raiders.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson, touchdown Raiders. Isaiah Likely, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And it's 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline.
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Working with 2nd and 5 now. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
going to go on 4th down. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Rodgers to throw once more. Flush to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Hey, take 26.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Cortland Sutton, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st down, Wilson. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Again, Wilson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He completes this to Sutton. And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. On play action, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The Lions move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Taken from about the 12.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On first down, Rodgers. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Yeah, the Jaguars are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Rodgers going to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Jaguars take over a 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
As you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And the Raiders have got him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Judy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
With that impact, I fully expected the ball to pop free. I still remember an old defensive back friend of mine. He used to say, guess what? Even if they catch the ball, make sure they have the memento to take back to the sideline.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Rodgers again now. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. They'll run for it with Akers. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Denzel Mims, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jackson. Sutton with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Jags have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Harris on the draw. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it. And it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Pass incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Rodgers throwing here. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing is Rodgers. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe